blocked us in with his seat. Well, hi, everybody. Look at me, I'm all jumping. Oh, I like the yellow and orange. Look who's here. So we jumped on a few minutes early, and solely because the longer we're on, the more people we get.
Will you bring my tablet when you come over here, please? Yeah. Thank you.
We have an audience today, you guys. Can you believe it? An audience. Make sure we're on everything, okay?
Yes.
Time warp. I hope that's time warp. I'm sure it is. I saw it. Is that time? What are you in here?
Yep, I see it right here.
Okay, good. So don't you love how we check all our devices first? And I don't expect a lot of people to jump on right now because we're early. Oh, somebody's on. And so, but who cares, right? Who cares? We're early and we're fabulous, so you can watch us. So we're talking about boxes today, aren't we?
Trinkets.
Well, we're talking about boxes and the human obsession to need them all.
And why I just need a box for all of my trinkets.
Right, I know. I wish we could just like dangle them.
That'd be sick,
So
honestly.
I'm a firm believer that maybe we should have cameras throughout this whole place and tell people at the door that they're going to be videotaped. So we might be treated better, but then all of you get to see the craziness.
I was going to say, but that also could be like free reign for these
I
people
bet you
to
we'd
act
win
out.
an Emmy.
No, yeah.
Although there'd be some very slow days too, right? There'd be some very slow days.
It'll just be me bringing around a body cam, like it'll be like POV.
Vacuuming.
Right here. Yeah, vacuuming, dusting, rearranging glass.
Yeah, and then, but I mean, we're busy. Don't get me wrong, and then of course we'll start projects and.
Why would I want to request to be in this live video when I already am in the live?
What does
video?
that mean?
So, like, let's just say hypothetically, I'm in Chicago, and
Okay.
the topic we're doing is
Can I
boxes.
split it? Will they be able to see it?
Yes.
So
Everyone
I can
will
split
see.
Steve?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, let's just do it and see what he looks like. No, I'm kidding.
He wouldn't even answer. He'd be so confused. He would be so confused.
So we're going to talk about boxes. We're going to talk about the obsession for boxes, the collection of boxes, why we all need boxes in our lives, and not just for the weed that we're hiding. Right.
But for all my other things.
Oh, there went our
Monetization. You're
because I said the word
hilarious.
weeds. Well, we're pulling them in the backyard.
Right. All those different types of dandelions and
Hi,
Queen Anne's
Shirley.
lace.
So, you know what sucks is Shirley right here. That's my cousin.
Oh, okay.
So you want to know what sucks? And can I complain a minute about Facebook? Now we cannot see who's on.
Yeah, I don't know if you knew that, but like it used to tell us every time a person would view the live, and now it doesn't.
So unless you're friends with us, or you follow our page, or you're friends with us personally,
Hey, Gabby.
we won't see you. You just show up as a number sometimes you won't show up at all.
So I just think it's
Until
really
after.
that we can't like address.
I know, it
know,
sucks,
like how
but
we
Instagram is
could.
still good.
I also hate Mark Zuckerberg, if you're listening, that I can't boost ads on my phone anymore.
Oh no, that wouldn't be Mark Zuckerberg. That would be Apple.
Okay, well I hate you too, Apple.
I told you.
I thought it was.
Give me that. Let me show you
thought
guys
it was
something.
more
Look
charged
at this.
than that.
Battery dead. Battery dead. What did I tell you about 2 hours ago?
I thought it was charged.
I think it's funny.
First thing he said to me was, "Where's your iPad? Let me plug it in." And I was like, "It's good. It's charged. We're good." I just pulled it out like 20 minutes ago and was
I
like,
love it.
"Oops, it's done."
That's okay. What's it at?
Enough for us to get through the show.
Well, because we can always plug it in.
Yeah.
Because there's plugs somewhere around here. We'll just rip it out of the wall. So, anyways, we've been doing a lot of different searching and research on boxes, and every
It's
time
hard.
it's hard. It absolutely is, because you have to be specific on the type of boxes. Because every time I Google, oops, sorry, all those listening.
Oh, so you guys
Every time I Google boxes, and the need for it's always pops up cardboard boxes and cats. That's all it ever pops up.
And honestly, I feel like it's not really random, but it is very fitting. And honestly, we should have did Why Do Cats Love Boxes?
I swear to God, because I mean, we all have, those of us who have cats know that we spend a ton of money, stupid money over time on kitty toys, when in actuality just a box would work.
Every time I go to Aldi's, they know they're getting a new box.
Right? Who else is on? Hey Bill, how's it going? So we're going to be talking about boxes and the craziness around them. Did you bring your paper?
I actually remembered everything I wrote down.
Oh, good. Because first of all, I want to show you one of Steve's favorites. Steve gave me a box, you guys.
Is it over here?
Yeah, I put it down there.
Okay.
So Steve gave me a box. He put out all these boxes. When he heard that we were doing a show on boxes, he was like, "Oh, let's pull out all of our favorite boxes and talk about our boxes." But I'm going to tell you a little bit about the psychology behind boxes. You'll find this interesting, David. So, those of you who don't know, David, her other half, is sitting right over there. He's our audience. So, we're going to make him clap. We're going to go clap.
Right.
What was I saying?
So Steve had this really cool box.
See, that's how long my attention span takes.
Same.
Right?
Me too.
So, Steve has his favorite box, and it's right here.
It's a really funny box. Made me actually chuckle out loud.
It's tiny. Right? It's a tiny little box. So, let me show you. It's a tiny little box, right?
With the
You see
families.
this? How fun, right? Oh, drop leaf table, see? So, that's one of the reasons he loves it so much. Look at this thing. So
Isn't
this
that
is
so
1800s.
funny to me?
It's the 1800s. Yeah, it's the 1800s. Early 1900s at the latest, but we believe that it's the 1800s. And Steve, please feel free to add in. We'll even bring you on. Seriously? Oh, that's you. Oh, your phone's ringing.
Sorry, scam alert.
I know you want to talk to her,
but
can
too
you wait
bad.
till after?
It was a 629 area code.
I don't know who that is. Somebody look up 629 area code. Tell
I
us
think
who it
that's
is.
Florida.
So, anyways, so this little box right here, you see, and it's number 16, so it was in an auction. Hi, Mom. We'll talk about how hot it is in Las Vegas right now. They hit their all-time record of 120.
No way.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Mm-hmm. So one of his favorite things about this box is the fact that it's old, and the fact that the box is done in the format of a drop leaf table.
That's so
Isn't that
funny.
cool? So I asked Steve, I said, Steve, is this a salesman sample? Would they carry this from house to house and say, we sell these drop leaf tables? Because you don't carry a table from house to house.
Right.
I would, but you don't. And he said, no, he believes it was just made in the image of. But isn't that cool? I love it. Tennessee, area code 629 is Nashville, Tennessee. So maybe it's, what's his name calling you? White Stripes.
Jack White doesn't live in
Jack,
Tennessee.
yes, he does.
Does he really?
Yeah, he lives in Nashville. So maybe Jack White's calling you for a date.
That'd be sick.
He didn't know David was here.
You need to come in for the show on Tuesday.
Right? You need to. You sound high. You need to come in for the show on.
Duh.
Anyways, so Middle Tennessee, including. How do you know that, Gabby?
I'm calling it back. I'm calling the number back.
It's craziness. So, anyways, this is one of his boxes, right?
What does the sticker say on top? Anything? Is it still legible?
No, it's not. It was probably where it either was purchased
Or like the brand.
The brand or something to that effect. But so this is his favorite, one of his favorite boxes.
Does that say number 76?
Number 76, so it was probably in an auction
Sure.
at some point. So, anyways, it does have a little condition issue because, it's from the 1800s. We would have condition issues too. Yeah, like being dead. So it's got its thing is missing up there, but it's the felt inside. Isn't that cool? Anyway, so this is one of his favorite, and we're gonna get into why people collect. And it was pretty interesting, wasn't it?
It's an intriguing yet bizarre phenomenon that happens with the human brain and boxes.
And men.
And yes,
And
specifically,
men.
yes.
And wait till David's gonna be like, oh.
As soon as you were explaining it to me, I was like, oh, that's exactly what he does with his Pokemon cards.
Right?
Makes so much sense.
You Googled it. I love you guys.
I Googled LOL.
So I brought in one of my favorite boxes. Now this is much earlier. Oh, the lid must be in my office, and that had the name on it. Great.
This is one of those little boxes.
Okay,
told you
so-
about the little kitten trinket. That
I will go in my office in a little bit, and I will get the lid
Said
for
lid.
this box. Said lid, right? So I thought I said one. It's a 7. Who's this? What's
There were
that?
no condition issues when you. Oh, that is a.
No,
discussion
that is not
for-
true because.
We're not doing this right now, guys. This
Are
is
you
something.
kidding me, Steve?
This is something we're going to
The
talk about after
condition issues
7:30.
are the marring along the top. You see that marring along the top? It's got this little latch missing. And if that wasn't there, if that was there this morning, I beg to differ. He's being silly.
Steve.
You do this to me live on TV.
I know, dude. He's got me
My goodness.
dead right now.
Anyway, so
Me
isn't that
too,
cool?
he's
The
cool.
octopus is cool. Look at this. See, I like really crazy stuff. And this octopus is fantastic. Look at this. And it opens here.
That's what the kitty did.
Yeah, and it opens here. Oh, here, good. The name is in here. It's Seal. I can't really read that. Can you read that?
Slel.
I forgot that.
CLEL.
CLEL.
He's a clown talking about some I forgot the LOL at the end of his original message.
Oh, so yeah, and I forgot to be happy when I got home.
No,
No, I'm
God,
kidding.
but I'm
kidding. So anyway, so you know what originally would be in here?
some type of jewelry, right?
Yep, it'd be a necklace.
And you want to know what is another word for a necklace?
What?
A trinket.
A trinket, exactly. That's the whole point of a trinket box, right?
Yep.
So, but to me, I love when it just look at that. Isn't that cool?
It's the suction cups
I
on
want
the
a-
bottom that they even,
I want a brooch.
It's cool that they bothered to even do that.
Isn't that cool? I know the suction cups on the bottom. The detail is fantastic. Now, those of you who have been to some high-end box stores, they sell these there for stupid money. But you can get them, like Disney has them.
Oh, wow, really?
And they're like $50, $100 at Disney for the Disney characters.
Sure.
But it would have a necklace of an octopus in it.
How
The
old
matching.
were you when you found out that Disney invented 5 colors, and that includes go away green?
Which, by the way, did you know? Because we throw in did you knows, and it doesn't have to pertain.
We haven't done one in a really long
I
time.
know.
You know.
Did you know that that talk about the green again?
Go away green?
Go away green, meaning go away, meaning that everything that's in that green goes away.
Yeah, like.
Which led to the green screen.
There's a blue one that they have too.
Oh, there's
Really?
5 colors they
Green
have.
and a blue.
Well, go away
Yep.
green they used specifically for cameras, hidden doors, traps like on the ground for water, and
Isn't that a trip? Yeah.
they also used it for the
Mhm.
character Bruno in Encanto, which is the third newest Disney movie, and his entire character is based off that go away green color, and he's hidden in every scene throughout the movie. You just never notice it because he's in that green color.
So another did you know about Disney, and then we'll get back to boxes, is they invented the what we know of today as the metal roller coaster.
You want to do Disney next week?
Yeah, why don't we do Disney next
We'll
week?
just do Disney next
We'll
week.
just do Disney next week. So
Boom, settled.
no more Disney. We'll move on. You'll have to watch next week for Disney, you guys.
Right, if that was intriguing you. Too
Absolutely. So I showed you our 2 favorite boxes. You did not bring a favorite box.
But I can talk about my favorite box. We actually have it out.
It's here.
Yeah.
I pulled them a bunch
Do
that
you
were
remember
out.
that
Which
peach
one?
The peach swivel one.
Oh yes.
Now, none of you better come in here and get this box.
They'll all be running.
This is like my actual obsession. It's just because it's $50. I have to like keep it in mind to keep that. Like,
Because it's 80s.
But like, look at it.
hmm
You mean to tell me that this isn't the coolest box you've ever seen?
Isn't that fantastic?
And
I
the
love
lid
that.
even opens.
hmm So technically, this would be for jewelry.
Really.
However, I see all sorts of different things in there.
I'm obsessed.
Should we talk for a minute about the philosophy of boxes?
Of boxes, yes. Let's do it.
The philosophy of an empty box.
Like, why do I love this?
right?
swivel box
because,
so much.
So why do you love? Oh, this is a good example actually, because I think this swivels too.
Yeah, I like the color. I like the
Okay.
fact that it swivels.
So
No, Juliet, do not come for the box.
I love that. Okay, so what you love about this box is not only that it flips out, so it gives you a display. Is there somebody looking in the door?
Some dude in It'll collect,
It is his. Steve, your nephew's here. Can you take over?
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, well, why I love this box, guys, is because there's so many different compartments, and the fact that I like the color, and the fact that it swivels, but there is so many different reasons why humans love boxes, and that differentiates between genders. And I guess I should really make it as a mindset, because gender doesn't really play a role. It just really depends on if you are a person who compartmentalizes everything, or if you're a person who is all about critical thinking. And that comes in 2 different waves. So if you're a person who compartmentalizes everything, you're going to have a bunch of boxes with random things in them just because. If you're a person who is all about critical thinking, you're going to have that box filled with one item.
Okay, so it wasn't Steve's nephew.
Oh,
It was some random guy who decided that he didn't want to throw something out, and I love this, so he came in and dropped it off for us.
is it a box?
Well, no, well, this is. It can be. But like the standard rose and garden dust in this tall container. He dropped this off for us to find a home for.
I'm
See?
confused as to what it is.
Well, it's apparently rose and garden dust, so you throw it in your rose and gardens, and for roses with flowers, vegetables, and shrubbery to make them grow more beautiful, more full,
okay,
more.
like a powder
But look
fertilizer.
at this. So it kind of matches the the Playtex. It's so crazy. So what? Well, so what were you saying?
I love that you were able to notice that because if you weren't here, Jason and I would have been in the corner
Like hiding,
"Who
going,
is
"What's
that?"
going on?" So,
I just talked about the two separate reasons, but I didn't go into depth because I know you had that.
well, the reason I think you like this box, and tell me if you're wrong, the reason I would like this box is because you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yes.
4 different containers that you
Yes.
can put 4 different things in, and you can flip it open, and it's pleasing to the eye.
No, yes, it's beautiful.
You know, and then you're like, I'm over it.
Yeah, boom.
Done.
Everything's closed.
Done.
You don't have to worry about drawers sticking.
You have ganja in the top. You have no.
You have your papers on the second
You have
one.
no,
Your tips are-
all different kinds.
Oh, just all different. Okay, boom. Look at he is way ahead of me.
So the philosophy of the empty box. So I did some. Go ahead.
I was going to tell you I put them in 2 columns for everybody. So visually they have critical thinking,
Yeah.
and then they also have compartmentalized thinking.
Yes. So boxes in general, we as people tend to find empty boxes intriguing because they're empty, right? And just like a cat finds an empty box intriguing, they have to jump into it.
fits,
Humans
it
aren't that
fits.
far from it because we have this inane need to have them and put something in it. Men. Let's talk about men. The collector of boxes, people collect boxes. The percentage between men and women are men collect more boxes than women. Okay, so men collect boxes more than women collect boxes. Okay, so men compartmentalize their thoughts, their worries. In other words, we can take a situation, put it in the box in the back of our head, and shut it and forget about it. Women cannot do that. So men compartmentalize their thoughts, their stress, their worries, their life, their stuff. So when a man buys a box, and there are what's the word I'm looking for? There are
context.
exceptions
Okay.
to every rule, of course, because I know some men who have some women who have some crazy boxes filled with crazy stuff. But men tend to need to compartmentalize their life, right?
Yes.
This is based on research. So, men who collect boxes, you will find stuff in those boxes. Random stuff. Pull out the pants, pull out the stuff in the pockets, drop them in a box.
You feel that?
Receipts, put them in a box.
I just started collecting for the first time in my life.
Pokemon cards, are they in a box?
They're in 50 boxes.
They're in 50 boxes. So, boxes. We throw things in boxes,
I
right?
don't care about the boxes though. That's just how I store the cards.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. And that's just because I'm glad.
Is it because we're right underneath this?
I know underneath the
Right?
light and we look fantastic,
Right?
and we're underneath the air, so we're nice and cool.
And it was really funny today. Jason I walk in, Jason looks at me, he's like, "Why do you look so different today?" And I was like, "Because I'm actually dressed." I have,
But
like,
we
real
both wore
clothes on.
horror shirts. I
We
love
did,
that.
and they match. Yes.
So we compartmentalize. So men, you walk into a man's house who collects boxes everywhere. They may be clean and neat, but you open each one and there's going to be stuff in them.
So, like, you know when you get a new phone and they give you that really nice cardboard Apple box?
Uh-huh.
He, like, refuses to let me throw it away. Like, I'm like,
We keep ours too. I have all my tablet boxes, everything. Isn't that crazy? So I may need them again.
Not for warranty purposes.
Well, and they're good to store stuff in. So you walk into a house with women, right? Who is a box collector, and you look in those boxes, and the majority of them will be empty, because women do not compartmentalize.
True that.
Jasmine has all.
I'm reading Kevin. Who is this?
I know, that's what I'm reading as well.
I don't understand, but anyways, so
But no, he said it
and
earlier.
what they do have in it is usually organized. So all of one item in one box. So if you see boxes in the he's over here going, So you see something, and usually you pick up a box. Let's say you pick up this box, and you're like, ooh, I like
I want
this.
Jason to come over.
Right? Why? Is it different? Is it different?
No,
Yeah.
because he's
So Jason.
no. In my,
Are you the exception?
I guess like to him it looks like chaos, but to me it's organized chaos
Mhm.
because there's like 50 boxes, but I know exactly what's in all of those boxes and they're all different from each other.
Okay, so you buy this.
Yeah, I know exactly what's
take it
going in
home.
it. I know right what I'm putting in it.
Let's say your bathroom is done this way.
Yep.
You take it home, you put it in the bathroom, you put cotton balls in it, or you
Yep.
put something in it.
That's
You put
exactly
something
what
in it
would go
that you
in it.
can use it because it needs to be utilitarian.
Right.
Right?
Think about our home and who has more containers that store things in it.
Well, yes. I mean, women can have more containers, but they're going to be neat, and the stuff in them are going to be consistent.
There's like
This is based on research, you guys.
right.
I own like 5 containers.
And so, so yeah. So women tend to be more organized, and there are exceptions, more organized, more, they know what they're going to be putting in them, stuff like
Right.
that. Whereas men, boxes, throw it down. You know, put it in the box, shut the lid, out of sight, out of mind, move on. That's a man. That's how a man thinks about it. That's how most men I've come across think about it. Based on research, that's what they have found.
Right.
That men like to compartmentalize not only in their head but in their life.
Please tell me you remember like one of the very first episodes of SpongeBob where he talks about that.
I've never seen
SpongeBob, really? Well, for our viewers, you remember when he's taking all the files in his brain and throwing them right into the fire, and he's like, cognitive thinking, we don't need this, throws it right into the fire. Yeah, that's exactly what I
One of the
imagined
things I
happening.
found interesting was people who are critical thinkers, and based on the research in 2 different sites I saw, they said women tend to be more critical thinkers than men. But I don't know if that's always true, but it could be. And critical thinkers like to have boxes that are empty because it's dead space and they know they don't have to think about what's inside of it.
And when he said that, it made me laugh because what's at home right now? There's one Tupperware with items in it, but then there's 3 matching Tupperwares. Guess what's underneath that? All of them. They're all stacked underneath each other, empty.
So those are the philosophies behind boxes in your house. And the fact that everybody and all of us we have a fascination. We have an entire box collection here. And we carry it because this sells down to almost nothing, does it not?
It does.
So what do you think the top 8 reasons on why you would collect a box?
They're fashionable. A box could look like anything.
Or what you would do with it?
What you could do
Like,
with it? Okay.
why would you buy this box? The
'Cause it
top
looks
8
cool.
reasons. What?
You need to put something in it.
You need to put something in it.
Because it looks cool.
A memory box.
Sure.
So inside of a memory box, you take a box, maybe a lock of hair, maybe it's something to that effect of your cat,
I
something
was
like
gonna say, you guys
this.
are mean to tell me you guys don't want this beautiful cat box.
Say you want it, and 5 people will come in
Literally,
for
I want this box, guys. This is my dream
it. Is there
box.
somebody else at the door? Oh.
My dream box is this cat. Isn't it cute?
So,
I
a
put
jewelry
cat
box,
treats in
of
this.
course. Huh?
I'd put cat treats in it.
Yeah. A jewelry box, of course. And then
Uh-huh.
you have a keepsake box. Now, some of these are redundant to me because a memory box, a keepsake box, and then well, those 2 seem almost the same to me.
Sure.
Because a keepsake and a memory, but, and then a ring box, of course, collectible box, which are most of these. And then a decorative box that you would just set out for sight,
This one.
like this one. And then you have art collection, which is an art box. So
This is the one you guys all want on your night mantle.
from
Sir.
something like this, that is very old school, right? That is very old school, something like this. And it is a box, as you can see, that would sit out as a decorative piece. I know, isn't that fantastic?
It's giving midsummer vibes, like A24 midsummer.
Yeah. It's this is very done in very arts and craft
It's creepy,
style.
but I'm digging it.
Well, it's the same, well, that's more Dutch arts and craft.
Oh, see, and,
Yep, and look, it even says something in there.
it says for recollection on any furlough in Europe.
Yeah, it's July 79. I was 8 years old.
That's all you.
This
I was
is
8 years
cool.
old. So, decorative as well, but you still use it. It's wood, so it's good. But, something like this is kind of cool, right? That you would sit out for maybe like in a home that likes Capo di Monte and stuff like
Is that what the name is?
No, this isn't
Or is
Capo
that the
di Monte. Style. It's got the little children
Chibi
on it and
babies?
stuff. So, you know what I've seen online a lot? They take stuff like this, the old porcelain like this, where they have the children, and they paint it. And they make it all crazy.
I would say I'd paint that like a casket. That'd be sick. Bunch of little demons. standing
I
together.
put, you know what I would do in here? I would paint it like that. I like that idea. I would have the children here, and then I would have it kind of open with it
That'd be sick.
You know what I mean?
And paint her as Elvira.
Yeah, Elvira. Ooh, honey.
Like, okay, this really crazy apple box that's like carved
These-
out of ebony wood.
Yep, and this would be a box, a decorative box, because the utilitarian portion of this would be very difficult
You
because
can't even really use it. The bowl's so hot, shallow.
it's Brazil. It's Brazilian nut.
See, that's crazy. They can see it. but
Hi,
we can't see
Danielle.
it.
I can't see any of you guys that are on here. I need to call Danielle too. So, anyways, isn't this cool? It's two-tone. It's Brazilian wood, and it's just pretty cool. Look at that.
It's a pretty
Isn't that
box
cool?
for
It's a pretty
sure.
box. So this would be nice just to sit out. You don't even need to put something in
In
this,
it, right.
but it's good for your counter, or maybe if you
Do they still make
I wouldn't put any type of tobacco or
No, 'cause
marijuana or
it's
anything
seeped
inside
into
of
the bowl,
wood.
yeah.
Yeah.
do they still make anniversary boxes like how they used to make anniversary plates
Yeah.
like in the silver and golden stuff?
They do. We just don't carry them here.
Certain woods are better.
So how many of you are aware of this?
The chest?
This
Mini
chest.
booty.
These chests. Now these were big in the 70s. These are chests, right? My father had one, and I received it from my father. And sometimes they have skull and crossbones here. This has little devils. This is a men's jewelry box, of course.
That's fire.
Men's jewelry box. There would be a shelf in here.
If I was a vampire, that would be like my everyday use.
But these are very popular and they're very cool. They're very 70s. These were huge in the 70s. So, like yeah, both of either of your dads.
Yeah.
They would have been probably
My dad probably had one of those
adults
boxes.
in the 70s. So, they probably had one of these.
Oh yeah, for sure. I could see my Ron having one of those boxes.
You know, so these were very popular and these are good today, especially in oddity rooms or people who like to collect oddities.
And you know, now that you just like jogged a really funny memory, my dad has had a very specific box
Mhm.
that he uses for something very specific.
Yeah.
And he has been that way since I was
Yep.
like a infant.
Mhm.
Like, and I've never really thought about it until just now that my dad had a box, like a
My
very
dad, too.
has
I-
a specific box.
So I love boxes. Steve knows that. My mom knows that. People know that. There's Danielle waving at us.
Hi Danielle.
So, I love boxes.
Me too.
I collect them sometimes, although I don't collect as much anymore because
You clicked here.
I have to dust here. I'm not dusting at home. But I love this box.
Yeah, that box is very funky.
This box is fun, funky, and fabulous. Look at this. Look at this.
That's the name
Hello.
of our next mixtape,
Isn't
Jason.
that cool?
That's really cool.
Isn't that cool? Look at that.
Jump stuff.
Yeah, they're like stones and stuff like that, but this would be great for somebody who likes stones. I know, I love that. Inlay.
Very
Isn't that
pretty.
gorgeous?
Look at the sides too. Super cute.
Isn't that gorgeous?
But that's gonna be the name of our next mixtape.
Kevin, who is this?
And I don't. Who are you?
Kevin, who is this?
Austin Scott 17. Who are you?
Anyways, so but I'm surprised this is still here. I love the crystal at the top, you know. And remember, anything $25 and over is 20% off. But a box can tell somebody a lot about you, I would say. Oh,
Who
like
does
if
that?
you had your box, if you had this sitting on your desk, it would tell a lot of. I would know a lot
About you just from this box.
just
for
from this
sure.
box, right? And I'm sure a lot of illegal substances would have been held in a box like this.
And someone for sure made this box, which makes it even way cooler.
Mhm. And those of you who don't know, the image is
Hooters Head, which is from Grateful Dead.
Grateful Dead. So go ahead and show it close.
So I think it's pretty cool. Well done. I like the sides.
So those of you who like natural stone, but natural stone can tend to be a little expensive sometimes, or a little heavy,
Yeah.
especially if you're going to set it on glass. TWL Boxes, which is a man-made natural stone, oxymoron, man-made natural-looking stone. It gives you the illusion that it is stone when it's actually made by TWL, which is a type of plastic, or resin really, like a type of resin, but it gives that look of stone. And it's cold to the touch. Isn't that cool? I know, isn't that cool? I love it.
Aw.
Hi, Mars.
Gabby's the only person I can see right now.
What do you mean?
Gabby's the only comment I can see.
Right here.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh, they're all coming up.
Yeah, they're all coming up. So TWLs are good. This is TWL. Then you have the little tiny TWL boxes, which are good for ring. That's a good ring box. with a good ring box. Look at this. It comes in pink. These are great for Mother's Day. These are great for anything. It says right here, design gifts, original Incolay, 1989. So these are good for somebody who doesn't want to spend a ton of money but wants that look. That is fantastic.
Yeah, I
the
have
inlay in that is stunning.
Heck yeah, I have a box that's like this, and I remember when I found it, I was like 16. I was really happy to find an inlay box.
So this is inlay.
Look
This
how many
is
different pieces.
lacquered inlay. So this is not machine made probably. This is probably made by hand, which means that they actually hand laid every single piece in here.
Remember
Because every piece is a different type of wood.
Remember we met that guy who did inlay, and we watched a video on how he made it, and it was very intricate and crazy.
Mhm.
You have to cut out all of those
Yep,
pieces
and then glue
hammer
them-
them in there.
Hammer them in or glue them and then
Mm-hmm.
glue them in and stuff. So a box like this could take weeks to make.
For real.
And look at all the little tiny pieces, and you can feel. I wish this was feel-o-vision. Is there such a thing?
That'd be sick.
Oh, there is smell-o-vision, but I've never.
That'd
there
be
should
scary.
Feel-o-vision. Anyway, so you can feel the grooves because it's their hand put in, so you can feel them up in there. This was a good grab because this tells you, like, what would this tell you if you saw it in my house?
That you're a very intricate person.
That I'm an intricate person. I like detail, right?
You pay attention to detail.
You pay attention to detail. You like creativity. You like artisticness because this would fall under the category of art box.
So
An
now-
art box.
What happens when you get to things like this that have like a
This
stamped
is-
copper top?
Yep, very nice.
Oh.
Stamped copper top. These are more for decorative uses. Now, this has no patina on it. So one of the little tips I want to tell you is when you see copper turning green, it's a good thing. It's the only thing that's good, and it oxidizes because if you see Viviano's down the street, that's a copper roof, but now it's green.
It's oxidized.
It's oxidized. So it's okay for these to be oxidized. It's nicer when they're all oxidized, but they're only going to do that if they're in the elements.
So why do people pre-patina things?
To make them look oxidized.
Oh.
To make them look older. Because when something's
is there
patinaed,
really only that's it?
when something's patinaed, it's been around forever.
So like the reason why I'm asking is
Thank you.
because there's a new segment at the Ford Museum and they patinaed it.
Oh yeah, you can hand patina something.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
You can. It takes some time though. Just like if you take something new and make it look vintage, you
Sure,
can.
sure.
You can hand
But,
patina.
but my guess, like my main question was, is did they do that before wear actually started?
No. Well, yeah.
Like to
If it's new, it would
Yeah.
take a year
for it to
for it
naturally
to start.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So she's talking about this, which is a scene from probably the Revolutionary War, I would assume. Just horses and stuff from the Revolutionary War. So somebody who likes a lot of militaria, likes a lot of war stuff, World War II, anything like that, the Revolutionary War, something like this would be good. You know, you could keep all sorts of stuff in here.
Either this
Plus,
is,
it doesn't take a lot. That's technically a box purse.
because this does that say 14 or 1973?
1973. I was 2.
This is a cute box.
Isn't it a cute box?
I guess you could use this for like sewing utensils, different types of thread and needles. You see, audience?
Okay, so lacquer. Lacquer is a big one.
Nice.
Okay,
Also
lacquer is a
midsummer
big one.
vibes.
So you see the inside is almost like a burnt rust color. But this is a good one to, like, if you had a tobacco, let's say you roll your own tobacco, you smoke pipes, or you want, you know, some marijuana or whatever. These are good ones to keep them in because they are not porous.
Right.
And you don't have to worry about it smelling
Right.
because it won't smell.
Your item or the box.
And these are Russian. This one is Russian, I believe. Steve will correct me if I'm wrong. But you see the Russian art that's on it. And this was probably a powder puff at some point.
Yeah, with a
I
big
would
one.
assume, yeah.
And then I found this crazy looking dresser one.
And that's all metal. It's like a roll top desk,
Literally.
almost. Yep. So that's a very Victorian look in a silver, a nickel silver type. Not even silver. It's going to be a pot metal
Yeah.
type. And underneath, is it musical?
Mm-mm.
Huh?
Mm-mm.
No? Oh, I thought we had one. But you see the discolorization? That's due to liquid. So over time, it would. Ooh, that's heavy.
It is a great weapon for
Yeah,
night
no
side
kidding.
table.
So, and then of course, you know, you have all different kinds. This is similar to the wood one over there. But I like this, like these types of things.
Oh, this one's cool. We
Isn't
must
that
have
cool?
just
Look
got
at that.
this.
Look at that design on there. Isn't that fantastic?
I found an even cooler one.
Florentina.
Florentina.
There's no N back there. Florentia.
Florentia.
Florentia. Handmade in Italy, a decorative craft.
Ooh, nice.
It tells you it's a decorative craft. Oh, with the dragon.
Matches a giant dragon on my leg.
It does.
He's cool. I really like this box.
It's nice and silvery too.
And this is a specific type of dragon. I can't remember the name of it
Okay.
right now.
So here's where my mind goes. Okay, so those of you who hear me, I am not a druggie. Trust me. However,
Oh,
you
I
could
already know where
roll
you're
and
going
just
with
lay
this.
them right.
Yep, I already knew where you were going with that.
You could lay them right along the top. It looks like something that.
Probably what it's for.
But you wouldn't use it that way because it has a
Velvor.
felt inside. So these would be for jewelry. When you come across something like this, that it's more for jewelry,
Right.
to keep jewelry in there.
And aren't
because
specific things like that called jewelry caskets?
these are jewelry boxes. I'll show you a jewelry casket.
I think we sold every single one we have.
Dude, did we? Even the expensive one.
I was trying to show somebody one earlier and could not find one for the life of
one
me.
right here.
Oh, okay, cool. I love jewelry caskets. They're very interesting to look at.
This is not the full display jewelry casket like you would see, but it's similar. See.
Oh, okay. I thought I was gonna say I thought we had one that
We
looked
had
like
the big one that was right there, but
Mhm.
somebody must have bought it.
darn, happens every week.
So this kind of doesn't get. This is just a really cool beveled glass box.
Yes, they sure do, Tammy. They do make great gift wrap.
Yeah, they do. And does it say gift wrap? Yes. And I was going to be getting to that because this is 2 gifts in 1.
Right.
You buy the item, you put it inside of a box. Guess what?
Boom.
It may live in that box, or they take it and they use it for something else. But isn't that gorgeous with the bevel?
Yeah, no, I love it.
With the beveled jewelry box. And then we have all those big ones up there.
So earlier we talked about trinket, the word trinket for a short period of time, and I did want to say this before we got off shortly that the word it's 7. We have like 30 minutes.
And I'm like, oh.
The word trinket actually has 4 meanings, and 3 of them are like what's the word when something is just tangible, obsolete. Okay, so that word is 3 out of terms is obsolete.
I love how you look at your boyfriend and say obsolete.
No, not because I'm trying to think.
I love it. Go on.
So one of them, they're all nouns. So one of them is just a trinket, which means a necklace or anything of value. Something small enough to fit in your palm is considered a trinket. And then the third one is the form of smoking, which that is a piece of a corncob pipe that goes on the inside, which I thought was super interesting. And then the last one is trinket, which means small item that you're attached to. But then that actual word came from Roman terms, and the Americanized version of that word is tchotchke.
I love that. A tchotchke is anything that takes up space and gets dust.
To America,
Yeah.
yes. But to everywhere else, it's anything that has a small, minute value.
Yeah. So one thing that that Tammy said, which I want to get to, is they make great gift wrap. And so little boxes like this are great when you are buying a ring, right?
Right.
So rings, and I grabbed this gorgeous ring here. This, you know,
Murakami one.
what you say it?
Isn't that Murakami? Murakami flower?
Murakami flower. You're buying this for somebody or a nicer ring or whatever. It doesn't matter. A little box. Look at this box. Isn't that cool?
Perfect.
With color match, everything. You do a little box. You easily put the ring in the box, put the top on it, and boom.
Done.
You have 2 gifts in 1.
Done, sir.
And somewhere for them to store the ring. Especially for kids. Because once you put this on the counter and you tell the little girl or boy who wants to wear the ring lives in this box when you're not wearing it, they will put the ring back in that box when
That's a
they're not
really
wearing
cute
it.
subliminal mind trick.
You know what I mean? When you're not wearing the ring, it lives in this box. So every time you take it off, it goes in the box.
And also, too, that works great for gift wrap if you're like me. And I just got a really cool birthday gift this past year from my friend Emily, and the wrapping paper she used was so nice that the next gift I opened, I noticed she put it in a box.
Yeah.
The wrapping paper was too nice, and I wasn't ripping it. I wanted to save the paper.
That is awesome. You know what else can live in a box? So what do you think lives
My
in this
brother.
box? What's in the basket?
My brother.
What else? What do you think lives in this box? What do you think lives in this box? Somebody tell me what they think lives in this box, because there is stuff in this box.
Potpourri.
Nope. Nope. So I'm going to set this aside, you guys, and those of you still watching, which there's a few of you, from what we can see, since we can't see everybody anymore.
Is it cosmetics?
Nope. It's currently in the box. Parquet. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Parquet.
Is that a Wow, really?
So, if you guys can tell me, I had to mouth it to her. If you guys can tell me what lives in this box, this beautiful box with the Capo di Monte flower on it. It is not Capo di Monte, but it looks like one. Let me know what lives in this box.
Which now that they
What's in the
wish,
box?
my brother. But
Look
no,
at this one. Isn't that nice?
very nice.
Action made in
Is
Japan.
that flashed?
Probably. Yeah, because you can feel it. So, what would happen if you put that in the dishwasher?
It's all gonna be gone.
It's all going to be gone.
Power washed away.
Yeah, because it's painted on or it's flashed on.
A lot of
Yep.
people don't. The scrub daddy it right up.
Scrub daddy it right up. Now, we were talking about natural stone boxes.
I really like that.
These
box.
are natural stone. This is a natural stone box. It's awfully light,
I
though.
think it's made with slag. That's why.
It's made with slag. It might be slag, yeah.
Because it's.
It could
thin
be
like
really
that.
thin slices of, like, granite, couldn't it?
Okay,
It'd
yeah.
still be heavy.
Yeah.
It'd still be heavy. So this isn't natural. So forget that. Slag. You can tell them.
Okay, well, slag is actually just pieces of our
Glass.
is glass, but I also thought it was a mixture of pieces of sheetrock that fell.
It is. It's glass and sheetrock.
Oh, okay.
It's leftovers.
I was gonna say I used my Michigan rock knowledge. I could have sworn it was pieces of mountain fall, but
With glass included.
with glass included.
Yeah.
I like this because it's matte
is
on the
full.
outside, which means they only tumbled it or at least polished it on the one side. I also like this felt bottom. You can tell that they cut this and put this in here. It's not original.
We must have sold the one box we had.
Oh, this was made
Where?
in Mexico
In Mexico?
by a guy named Blart
Blart.
with 5,000 after it. So maybe what's their they use euros? What do they use?
No.
Juan?
Down
Yen?
there.
Mexico.
Pesos.
I'm asking because it was a legitimate question. I couldn't
Pesos.
remember.
No arguments on TV.
Me and my 13 what I say continents?
Continents, yeah.
It's colonies.
It's colony.
I remember watching that.
This
What's
is
the
a
accent?
box.
Oh, does it have other lady
This
boxes
is a
in
box
it?
within a box within a box.
Um,
Russian
That's
stacking
probably
doll.
my next tattoo to be actually.
Yeah, but what are they called?
Russian stacking
Russian.
dolls.
I thought there was a
There's
other
a
word for that. Yeah.
There might be. I don't know what it is.
I was gonna say macabre, but that's not it.
That's a soap holder.
Nice. I really
Look
like
at the increment side of that. Isn't that
weird-
funny? We're just being whatever. So
That's why you guys love us, though.
check this out. Oh, that has a. Check out the thickness of this. Isn't that crazy? Look at this. I love the. It's almost tiki looking. You could put a candle in there. You could put a candle in there and have this as a
You
candle
sure? Oh,
base,
that'd be sick.
right. So
They're called matryoshka.
matryoshka. Well, that's probably why I didn't know.
Matryoshka.
So we have from like the Russian stacking dolls, meaning that hello, and they go down and down and down and down. Russian stacking dolls, which are cool, and they are boxes.
Where did you find
Huh?
this?
I did not know you got that.
Oh yeah, we do. Oh, over there.
And we have even
It's
smaller
on there.
ones. We had one that was this big, and she got like this big.
I would have Ben bought a whole collection of those. That's so cool.
So
Don't be
there,
around with boxes.
yeah. This is a pretty one. So this is Lefton. Check this out. Isn't that pretty? So I could see this on like a lady's vanity. Couldn't you? Isn't that
Oh,
pretty?
this is a cool box.
So these would be good. Where did I miss? Which one?
Yep, I'm bringing it right on over.
Okay, I was looking. Oh yeah, that's not.
Not a box?
No, it is a box. No, it's a good one to bring over. And then of course people who like, tropical or gift. This is Fitz and Floyd. So the FF stands for Fitz and Floyd. So it's higher end, but it's a shell box. You know, FYI, did you know, Lucille Ball, who you'd see out in gowns and everything with all this jewelry on, and you know what I mean, very fashionable.
Mm-hmm.
When she was out in like real life, she only wore shell jewelry.
Really?
Yeah,
Cute.
that was it.
And unfortunately, the answers that we have in are not correct.
What are you talking about?
Remember we asked everybody what's the question? What do you think is inside the box?
Oh.
This
Pearls,
is, I
rose
believe that this
petals,
is shell, but this could be nut
Keep
based.
going.
I'm not too sure what this is fully made out of, but I think it could either be nut or
So let me.
maybe ivory.
No, it's not ivory. We can't sell ivory.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, ivory is illegal to sell. It's probably bone.
It feels
Let me
like
see.
bone kinda, but also feels like wood.
It might actually be wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, or it might. You know what? No. What's in it?
Charms.
This is like tusk almost,
Oh,
but not ivory, but like.
kind of like warthog tusk,
Yeah,
which is
kinda.
like bone.
So I'm gonna give you a hint about what's in this box because everybody's guessing, and these are great guesses, you guys. But that is not what's in here. Let me give you a hint. This would have been brought out or sat out on the table during a party in the past.
Why?
But why?
And I just found this other little tiny shell box.
Oh, now that's stone.
This is Fetco,
Mhm.
handmade in India, where it is a stone and shell inlay. Really like this one, honestly. I
You
really
pop
like
out
it.
at parties.
You pop out at the party.
At the party. So wood boxes have a long history, right? Some stagecoach lines would carry mail in wooden boxes to keep it protected from elements. And I don't have any, but I can imagine they'd be larger boxes, almost like ammunition boxes.
Sure.
Stuff like that, the larger boxes. So maybe something like this for a little bit of mail.
How long were letter boxes around for?
Oh, they're still around.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. Are you talking about for that would be at the house?
Yeah.
Yeah, they sometimes you can still come across some vintage homes, some Victorian homes that will still have letter boxes, but that's where the mailbox came from.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so they would have letter boxes and stuff like that because a lot of actual shipments, like packages, weren't usually delivered. They would have been letter boxes, and then it moved from to the right outside the door, like
Sure.
it is here. You know, those little tiny letter boxes that are outside because I grew up in California where we had mailboxes, full mailboxes out by the road. And they do have those here.
But how am I supposed to fit anything in it?
You can fit a lot more in those boxes than you can those little tiny thin ones
Yeah,
that are
that's what I'm saying.
sitting up on the door.
The door, yeah.
Mhm.
David's parents' his house is pretty old. They have
How
a.
do you retrieve your mail?
What do you mean?
If, like from the mailbox by the road?
You
go
go
get
walk
it.
out there and get it.
Oh, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, you walk out there. So at my mom's house in Las Vegas, she lives in a
Oh,
home.
do you have a letterbox in your house?
Who's
do you
this?
like it? Cause I hate it. It's so small.
Yeah, those are the letter boxes. Yeah, you can't barely fit anything in them.
What if I have a lot of letters to send?
Well, then you'd be huffing it down to the post office. Do you send stuff out in your mailbox?
Mhm.
Do you know that in an actual mailbox that you do out by the road, it has a flag you put out?
Yeah.
The little ones do not.
No, they don't. You just have to pray that your
You have
mail
to
person
hold it
nice.
out
Mhm.
so them to take
Yeah,
it.
put the package out.
Put the package out for them to take. Correct.
Or I am a Karen and I just place an online pickup request.
And she sits there on her ring going, "Where is she? Where is
How
she?"
did you know? Were you?
Because I know you.
Because the spiders like it. Yeah, I know that's right. Our
Yeah,
spiders
dumb.
like it
Isn't
too.
that true? But something like this is good for a letterbox for the inside of the house because oops, there's plastic. This is a nice box. So this is a good box, and so the things you could put in this box,
A lot of things.
Right.
I don't like how her eyes are the only thing that's legible on her face.
right? Look at that. She's watching you. She's watching you guys. You can see her eyes there. Now this is a fun box. It's probably old. It's an older box. This is an older box. You're right about that. But it's been around the day. It's been around the block a few
I'm gonna
times.
say some spiders are living in it.
hmm So this is a cool box, and then of course we have
I like that one a lot.
like this one that has the partridges in it.
Oh, that's super close. And I only noticed the one bird in the middle. And the more I looked, I seen it. They're
Yeah.
all birds.
They're all partridges,
Yeah, that's cool.
like partridge
Family.
family. The partridge is in here. The partridge in a pear tree, right? So, but it was hiding that beautiful box.
Yes.
And I believe that's musical. It is. So why, how many people know about, how many people have dreamt, girls, boys have dreamt about having a little ballerina music box, right? Those are hard to come by. We get them every once in a while, but they go quick because having that ballerina move is what everybody thinks of. Like if a little girl, oh, she wants a ballerina box. No, she doesn't.
I broke the ballerina off my box.
Exactly.
I kept spinning
So,
her.
A musical box, and you can, you can do, and a lot of people don't know this. You can take this box and you can have new music put in it.
Oh, really?
You can have your own song put in it.
Oh, that's fire.
You absolutely can. Then we have, you like that box, right?
I need them to put NWA inside this box.
So you liked, it's taped.
Because I retaped it.
Oh.
I'm not going to lie, I got curious
Does it
last week.
flip?
It doesn't.
Oh, you just takes off
It
in
does
pieces.
just takes off pieces, yeah.
Okay, this is a nice black lacquer, good for an
Super-
Asian.
Super pretty, though.
Yeah, good for an Asian motif because this is dogwood. Isn't that beautiful? And look at all these different things. Ooh, Bill, you are so close. You are so close. Isn't he?
Did he guess again? Because I seen his first guess. Yeah, mine didn't come up. What is his new guess?
Is that Facebook?
Yeah.
Why isn't it coming up? That's weird. He said cigarettes.
Oh, you're very right on the verge of it.
You're right on the verge of it.
Marijuana?
Okay, so we have this one, and then what else do we have down here? Some fun ones.
Why, I should have asked, why do we have a lot of egg-shaped boxes?
So, egg-shaped boxes. We should have researched the egg-shaped because there is a lot of egg-shaped
Oh, look at
boxes,
this
right?
one, and that one, and that one, and this.
And, well, who started the egg-shaped box?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
Fabergé egg.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yep. Because those are technically boxes.
Oh.
Mhm. Those are technically boxes. So the egg has a subconscious feeling of wealth, richness, stuff
Sure.
like that. And plus, what do we do with eggs usually? We hide things in them. Do you know what I mean? So at Easter, what do? We hide stuff in eggs. And
Smart. You guys are smart.
you know what I mean? And we hide stuff in eggs. So you will come across more egg boxes, right?
It's just a very odd shape, and I'm like, why is it just everything is
Mhm.
egg-shaped?
But we tend to sell most of them during
Easter.
Yeah, you're not getting any more.
I like this
Things
little
up here.
pig
That's
one.
weird. I wonder why you're not getting any more.
Look at this pig one.
I can't hold it.
Is it
It's
falling?
sliding.
I'll fix it.
It's being silly. You got it?
Yep.
Okay. The pig one, I love pig boxes.
Yep, this
You know
pig
what
one's
else I like? I like this one too.
Little piggies.
I like this one too.
You're,
This is-
You're almost there. We need you to just take it like on the dry side.
Who was that?
Bill. He said chewing tobacco. And
Oh,
I was
so
like, that, but
close, so
on the dry
close.
side.
Okay, so this is a cool box. I'll reveal it soon. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say right off the bat, he's the closest so far.
Yeah.
Although I don't know why all of a sudden you stopped getting.
Comments.
That's weird. Anyways, so I love this. Now this is Snoopy by Everett, right? Everhart, but that's Snoopy. Did
yeah,
you know
it
that?
sure is.
So this is Snoopy by Everhart, right here. So it's a cool box, and you can tell it's vinyl. It's a vinyl box, so this would be great for little trinkets and stuff. But this is considered an art box because it's an artistic rendering of Snoopy. So this is meant to really just set out. I know, that's fantastic. I love that.
It's
The
a
lucite.
three-dimensional lucite rose.
Mhm.
Look at that.
Did we sell all of the Lady Di? We must have.
What is it?
The Lady Di boxes. Lady Diane Hart boxes.
Oh yeah, I sold one like
Did
2
you?
weeks ago.
I like this. This is
If
good.
I'm thinking of the right thing.
Okay, there's two reasons this is good. And here they both are. So what would these be good for?
Baby
Anything.
teeth.
Baby teeth? But whose baby teeth would you put in these?
Girls.
What do you buy two of for somebody?
Twins.
Twins. These are great twin boxes because you have, but these ones are both girls. No, it's girl and boy. Oh, I should get Brooke one of these.
Aw.
If they were babies, they're not babies anymore. But it's a girl and boy twin box. So these are for twins, and you would put the baby teeth in them.
Yeah.
Yep. Isn't that cute?
I think it's cute, or like a lock of hair, because I know that was.
I could be
really-
boy. It could be brother and sister too.
Could be
that
whatever
aren't
you
twins.
want 'em to be.
It could be whoever you want them
Yeah,
to be. Absolutely.
it's us. What do you mean?
Yep. So boxes are fascinating.
Very fascinating.
Fascinating.
Like this one, peculiar.
Good word. Peculiar. Peculiar. I like this one.
Is that
too. Feel
lucite?
how heavy that is.
Oh wow.
I think it's glass or.
No, it's like stone,
You think that's stone?
like marble.
It might be.
Yeah, it's cold. You taught me
Yeah.
that trick.
Yeah. So check this out. This is. Isn't that thing pretty? Look at that. Oh. Genuine alabaster.
Is that stone?
Alabaster, yeah, that is stuff. Come on.
Genuine alabaster. Genuine alabaster. And you see a lot of alabaster in like bookends, different decorative utilitarian stone use.
I just found out that a gefilte fish is real.
A gefilte fish?
A gefilte fish.
I didn't know what that is.
It's just a very ugly fish that people eat.
I wish this would tell me who
Made it, right?
made it, right?
But they only paid $12 for it.
$12 for it back then. It's got the original tag on it from when it was sold. I wish it gave me who sold it. Potpourri. Oh, gosh. Bill, I love the fact that you keep answering. Unfortunately, it's wrong. But I love the fact that you keep answering because you're not giving up. You were close with cigarette. You were close with
Potpourri.
tobacco, right?
Yep.
You have guests coming over. You set that box in the center.
And
You
they asked
open
me
it.
for a...
You open it and you take stuff out and you set them out. What is it?
I need a...
Match, light.
Oh, there you go. All right. So now I'm going to tell you guys. You open it up. Take the lid, please.
Come on,
And you
just open
have
an ashtray.
individual ashtrays in here. So you can set these individual. That's why I said, Bill, you're so close. You're so close.
That one's not as cool as the one that's over there, though.
Over
the,
where?
The 3 stacking ashtray with the carrier.
Do we still have it?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah, but it's not boxed.
No, it's not.
So, so we have a few of these, and what you would do is they would each get their own ashtray.
Yeah.
That way, there's no reaching over. There's no none of that. And those of you who like to collect mid-century dishes,
This is perfect.
no, the sets come with their own individual ashtrays.
Oh, yeah.
So, so if you're having a party and you don't have the big ashtray because you have you're doing a board game or you're doing
Game night.
canasta. Did they play that back then? Or hearts? Card games.
I don't know what.
Oh,
What was the big card game they played in the 50s? Come on, somebody. It was canasta, right? Canasta? No, what did Lucille Ball and the neighbors, the Mertzes and the Ricardos always play? My goodness, I can't remember. Somebody tell me. Anyway, so these would set out. Each guest would have one. They'd have their own ashtray.
no, she's giving me a horrible answer.
Well, because she's young and has no idea who Lucille Ball is.
Right.
So Apple, that's an Apple Watch, right?
Yep.
Let's update your
iOS.
and know who Lucille Ball is. So, Pearls was a good guess, though. I don't know why you're not getting it anymore.
Super lame.
So, what else do we have over here? And then, of course, you have your standard jewelry boxes, which are cool. And then you have, like, holiday boxes, the birthday cake,
That one's cool.
the birthday
This
cake.
is, actually says, rejoice in simple pleasures, love without fear, and have faith in all that is possible.
And these boxes are good for little children. They're good for children
Bridge.
and babies.
Was it the game Bridge?
Bridge, thank you. I couldn't remember the name of it. Yeah, they're not. Although I like the idea. Who said that? Tammy. I like the idea of rose petals
Yeah.
because then your significant other can come and just pick the box up and throw rose
Throw
petals
it
before
right
you
on
walk
those,
in.
right.
That way you can always walk in on roses.
Take them and whoopah.
Yeah. So, what else do we have here?
Is there anything new going on? Is there anything?
I don't know. Is there?
We have no events coming up, do we?
We always have events coming up, but I can't tell everybody everything. Is it time to go?
Almost.
So, you see we're wearing our buttons, you guys. And we have those buttons here, so you want to make sure you come and you pick up some buttons so that you can represent,
And
right?
if you don't have one, just know that I'm awake all night wondering why you don't have one.
I'm awake all night wondering why it's raining.
Honestly.
Check that out. Caffeinated conversation modes.
Yeah, love it.
Isn't that cool? We're going to get
Need
some time
one.
warp ones too. So those of you who don't know, I also work on Caffeinated Conversations with Brooke Allen. And you can see me at the end of every Monday's show.
Someone thought that was really funny.
What?
Our buttons.
Oh. Well, that's because everybody should have one on, and I would be up all night wondering too.
Right. I'm laying in bed at night not getting any sleep because you guys are not buying these buttons. It's stressing me out.
Look at the yellow purse.
Oh, gosh, yes, I love this thing. I'm surprised it's still even here. Honestly.
It's only been here for 2 days, and she's in love with this purse.
Because it's
Look at that.
the color.
So I got to tell you guys, those of you who are my age and older, actually a little bit younger. So Steve Madden, that's a Steve Madden purse, and it's from the 80s. So there was a time that Steve Madden had his own stores in every mall, and this you would have bought this at the Steve Madden store in the mall. And they probably, to be honest with you, would probably have a pair of shoes that match that.
Oh my god, and that would be to die for.
But this reminds me of your blue one.
Oh, which is like one of my favorite purses that I got from here. But can you just imagine where like I'm at the register and you're giving me a hard time about buying my Chanel? I'm just like, whatever.
So what is that?
It's a clutch.
Right. But what else is it? What do you do with it?
I hit people with it.
You put things in it.
Oh, it's a box.
You put things in it.
It's a bird.
So
It's
look,
a plane. No, it's
because
not
we
Steve
have
Madden
to
purse.
carry stuff. If we had a way of carrying boxes, we probably would. But this is what a woman carries, or anybody carries, instead of a box,
stuff.
because you have to put stuff in it. Isn't that funny? We always have to put stuff in things. That's why we decided to do boxes, because you've got boxes that we put stuff in. You got purses that we put stuff in when we walk around in,
Yeah.
right? We've got things that we put stuff in. We put ourselves in cars to drive around. We're always putting things in things.
It's a perfect smacking purse.
It is a perfect
My mom
smacking.
would be like, "What did you say to me?" Bam,
Oh, I love
bam, bam. My mom would
that
immediately.
is a perfect smacking purse.
My mom would be like, "Stop."
Okay, so
stop."
we're going to advertise this purse as a perfect smacking purse, right? You died.
Oh, oops.
Who died?
Ooh,
So, anyways, I'm so excited because even bags are considered like that because we're
Yeah.
putting stuff in bags.
They're fabric boxes.
Isn't that hilarious? We as humans always have to have things with us. So we stick stuff in every possible crevice, meaning our pockets, our wallets, our bags, our boxes, our... Yes.
I also want to look up and see why little girls don't like purses, because I never wanted a purse, hated purses. I thought carrying a bunch of stuff on me was really pointless and stupid, but now I'm an adult and everything.
But
in
a
my
lot,
bag.
some girls like purses. I've seen them walk
Yes.
around with little purses and they're putting stuff in their purses. My favorite is when somebody comes in and buys a purse and puts it in their purse. So I got to tell you, remember Nicole? Nicole was our what's the co-host and worker here before you. So one day I got to say this because she's probably watching. I got to say this. So she comes out, she sets her purse down, and she goes, look, I got a new purse. And I said, oh, that's a beautiful purse. And so she's like, yeah, isn't it cool? He just brought it into me today. And she opens the purse and pulls her old purse out of it.
Me.
Because she didn't have time to switch her stuff, so she just dropped her old purse in the middle of it.
Me, genuinely.
I about died.
Because it's so much easier than to transfer
That's what
everything.
she said. She goes, why transfer it? I just dropped the purse in
If
there.
it fits, it fits.
I was about dying. So that's a box in a box in a box.
Yeah, literally.
It's a stacking doll.
Pandora's box.
There you go. So how many horror films came from a box?
Honestly, quite a bit. I think 17 Wishes or something like that is what it was called. You remember she gets a box for her 17th birthday, and she gets like 5 wishes, but then every wish she gets, like, that was
I can think of a major one.
Ouija.
There's a good one.
Chucky.
No. What horror film is derived from a box? Pinhead?
Oh my freaking god. The name for the box that turns into a giant pyramid thing.
Yeah, it's, I just lost the name. I remembered Pinhead. Somebody tell us.
Oh god.
So we use boxes for everything, you guys.
Everything.
For everything. Our house is a box that we put ourselves in.
Yep, literally.
So,
It's so funny.
huh?
Yep, we're standing in a giant
Yep,
box.
we're standing in a giant box. So, people put people in boxes. We always tell people to think outside of the box you're sitting in.
What's in the box? My brother.
That's a basket.
Oh.
And so, which is a box, a wicker box basket. So I guess it fits.
Well, we have lots of boxes for
Yep.
all your box needs. Every
Yep.
size, every style, every color.
Also, I'm also going to be talking about boxes because I'm a box person, I guess. On Caffeinated Conversations, I'm going to be
Really?
doing the philosophy of a box.
Oh, I love that.
And the difference between men and women in boxes, because it was just so shocking sometimes when we do these research things. I'm blown away at just the simplicity
Yes.
of ridiculousness of humans.
Same.
It's craziness.
Like, we love tchotchkes because it makes us hold on to memories a lot easier. Well,
Bridge. Oh, yes, that's the game. So I didn't tell you, but I mean, I didn't finish it. Las Vegas hit their highest
yeah.
ever, 120. My mom lives there. We have a small location there. We try never to go during this time. I keep trying to get her to come here.
You're right.
But I don't know. 120 degrees.
That's too hot.
Steve and I thought about, we've been talking for the past year about when we retire, which will be a while, but when we retire, we're going to move to Palm Springs. Well, it hit 121, and me and Steve were like,
Oh, well, time to reconsider, right?
so do you move somewhere where it's just the opposite of here? Meaning that in the winter you stay in here and don't do anything, and in the summer there you stay in there
I don't do nothing.
and do nothing.
If you have an indoor pool, it sounds good to me.
Indoor, yeah, but
Right.
we're talking Palm Springs. You have to be at least $13 million of a
I
house
know,
to have one
to
indoors.
have an indoor pool.
And that is only for like maybe the pool.
Pool, right.
So we have so many boxes, you guys. So think about it when you have to buy a gift, when you're looking around and you're thinking, God, this place, look, your phone's in small.
Oh, wow, great. Love that so much. We got 10,
No wonder we're not getting it. I
we
love
have
it.
10%.
All right, go ahead.
So, you guys, this is going to be available to rewatch right after we end here, and it's going to be available again on YouTube tomorrow. If you have any questions, feel free to let us know in the DMs or even in the comment section. Bill, you did a great job with all your guessing today.
Tell
You were
us
very
what
close.
you keep in your boxes.
Yeah, if you could have a random box put in front of you right now, what would you put in it?
Aw, I love all the hearts. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, come and get some pins because we got them.
And we'd like to sleep.
Yep, and I'd like to sleep at night, so maybe if one person bought a pin, I would be able to sleep at night.
One person.
All we need is one person. I feel like I'm a part of the ASPCA. Where
And
I'm like,
whatever
for
you do,
one pin purchase.
whatever you do, do not confuse your play text with your rose and garden dust.
That'd be.
Thank God it's been after a half hour.
You were so funny, LOL. We will see you guys next Tuesday for Disney, right?
Disney.
So be
The
there.
true story of Disney.
So be there or be square.
And we got some things about Disney.
Some things, okay? So get ready and be prepared. Bye, guys.
I love it, Tammy. That's private.